This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website, portfolio, and online store. For a free trial and 10% off, visit squarespace.com and enter offer code GADGETS at checkout. Hey everyone, this is Chad from GadgetGuruHD.com, and in this video I'm going to be giving you all my full review of the new HTC One M8. Now the M8 is the successor to HTC's previous flagship, the M7. And straight off the bat you can see the premium aluminum unibody, and the slightly larger 5-inch display which towers over smaller devices like the iPhone 5S. Now despite the phone's larger size and being constructed of 90% aluminum, it's surprisingly lightweight, weighing in at only 160 grams. Like the previous gen, it has a non-removable battery, but this time it has a micro SD card slot and can be picked up in 16 and 32GB variants. One thing that's cool is that the new one supports micro SD cards up to 128GB, and you can actually pick one of these up from SanDisk. It isn't actually available right now at the time of this recording, but that's just because it keeps on getting sold out as soon as it gets back into stock. So be sure to check out the link in the description for the most up-to-date pricing and availability. The M8 is one of the fastest phones we've ever seen. It's powered by Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 801 processor at an ultra-fast 2.3 GHz. Included with the M8 is 2GB of RAM, which means it has no problem flipping back and forth between multiple applications and doing other graphic intensive tasks. On the right side of the handset you'll find the volume rockers along with the SIM card slot. Towards the bottom is the micro USB port, and up at the top you'll find the IR blaster along with the power button, and lastly on the left side we'll find the lone micro SD card slot. One thing I've really enjoyed on the new HTC One is the fantastic speakers. Audio is ultra crisp and ultra loud since the speakers are actually on the front of the device rather than on the back. I've also found myself using Blink Feed more than ever, thanks to it being one swipe to the left. However, one thing that is missing is more integration with Google Now. Coming from a Nexus 5 and also for some time a Moto X, it was tough losing the OK Google features and the swiping to the left to reach Google Now. One new change between the first gen and the second gen HTC One is that it now features a 90% aluminum unibody design. If you've ever used the original M7, you might remember that the previous version had a polycarbonate ring going around it. The M8 has now ditched that ring and has nearly the whole device covered with aluminum. On one hand, this is awesome because it makes the phone feel more premium than ever, but on the other hand it means it's a bit more slippery and more drop prone. As far as software goes, the M8 is currently on Android 4.4.2 KitKat and runs the latest version of Sense 6.0. Sense 6.0 brings some cool new features like motion launch, which lets you use gestures to unlock your device. For example, double tapping it will just unlock it, swiping down will go to the dial app, and etc. Another pretty cool feature that I've been experimenting with is the Fitbit app, and it actually comes pre-installed on select devices. The M8 has these so-called smart sensors that allows the one to track steps exactly the same way your Fitbit does. The M8 rocks a deceptively small 2600 mAh battery. While 2600 mAh might not sound like a lot, it easily powers through a full 14 hours of heavy usage and a good several hours of on-screen time. HTC has also added a cool new power saving feature that you can turn on if you're ever in a serious crunch and need a bit of a battery boost. The screen on the new HTC One is absolutely fantastic. I'm not usually a huge fan of larger displays, but the screen on the One honestly blows me away. Colors are vibrant, crisp, and not oversaturated thanks to the 440 pixels per inch and 1080p resolution. While the rear-facing camera quality on the M8 isn't a major improvement over the previous gen, the software is. HTC has added a really intuitive software experience that's probably the best I've ever used. The new U-Focus feature and 3D effect are thanks to the Duo camera, which many call gimmicky, but I've actually been using it a lot and have truly enjoyed it. The front-facing camera on the other hand is also fantastic. It's actually 5 megapixels, which is more than the rear-facing camera's 4. 5 megapixels is quite unheard of, especially on a front-facing camera, and pictures came out really solid and clean, especially if you're planning on taking a lot of selfies. But before we head out, let's take one last look at our sponsor. Squarespace gives you everything you need to make a great looking website. It's incredibly simple and easy with drag and drop content, and even if you do run into any issues, Squarespace has you covered with 24/7 live support through chat and also email. Plans start at $8 a month and include a free domain if you sign up for a year. But when you do sign up, be sure to use our offer code GADGETS to get 10% off your purchase and to help support our show. So that has been our review of the HTC One M8. If you did enjoy it, feel free to give it a thumbs up and check out the rest of our content. That'll be linked on the on-screen annotations and also in the description below. If you haven't already subscribed, now is a great time to do so, as we're going to have tons of more content on the M8 and also comparisons to the Galaxy S5. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Chad from GadgetGuruHD.com, and we'll see all of you guys in the next video.